Today we have received a proposal document from the RDG, which your National Executive Committee has decided to put to you, the members, in a referendum vote in each of the train operating companies. You will now get the chance to decide whether we go forward with the proposals. The proposals set out a fresh approach, which in summary provides for an unconditional pay offer, backdated to the anniversary in 2022, a job security commitment, and a discussion, negotiation and consultation process which extends to the end of April 24. Firstly, there's a standalone pay offer without conditions for the year 22-23. This consists of a 5% increase in salaries or an increment of £1,750, whichever is the greater. This is known as an underpin. This means that anyone with a base salary below £35,000 per year will receive an increase of greater than 5%. For example, for a member on £30,000 salary, this is equivalent to 5.8%. On £25,000, it is 7%. And for those on £20,000, it is equivalent to 8.75%. Importantly, this pay proposal is not conditional, and this is different from before. We do not have to accept any of the changes, the so-called workforce reforms, that the government has been trying to force on us. The second element of the proposals is job security. The document gives a commitment that there will be no compulsory redundancies in any company up to the end of 2024. But the proposal goes further and lifts the current recruitment freeze on vacancies. The document also confirms the withdrawal of the ticket office closure programme, the associated reorganisation documents and the S188 redundancy letters. The third element of the proposals relates to the government and companies' workforce reforms. We have already faced down and defeated important elements of their agenda, such as driver-only operation, ticket office closures, a tax on the railway pension scheme and the extension of working hours, all of which have been removed. But they're still wanting to introduce changes to conditions and working practices that are troubling. We have not agreed to any of these measures. The proposal sets out a process by which these matters can be addressed after a period of pause. The process envisaged is for the companies to provide their proposals for each department and grade group, and for discussions on these matters to be deferred until February 24, and from then on, a 3-month discussion period in the company councils going through to the end of April 24. The full extent of your collective bargaining agreements will be honoured, including the avoidance of disputes processes. If after that defined period there are still disputes, then we would be free to conduct ballots for action as we see fit. I must emphasise again that we have not agreed to any of these measures. This would be a process through which the company's proposals can be discussed. Pay negotiations for the year 23-24 would also commence in February, and the companies want to link workforce reform to pay for that year. The proposal would give members considerable back pay, but also the assurance that their conditions and working practices have not been diluted in any way to get that offer. The pay offer remains below the rate of inflation and is not what we would have wanted. But it does provide for a considerable period of time for the next 6 months where there will be no need for industrial action, as there will be no changes imposed on you. And we can continue to campaign. RMT remains fundamentally opposed to detrimental changes to our members' terms and conditions, and we will seek to protect them throughout this process and in the discussions in your company and for your grade. I am currently making arrangements for the referendum in each of the companies, and the details will be provided to you shortly. The referendum will close on Thursday, the 30th of November, and should the proposals be accepted, the document commits to back pay being paid to your accounts before Christmas. You will be provided with the documentation and the instructions on how to vote in the electronic referendum. This will be conducted by email, and we need an email address for every member to take part. If you do not regularly receive emails from the RMT, update your records with an email address by sending it along with your membership number and the company you work for to referenda@rmt.org.uk. I want to thank you again for your commitment to the campaign we have been conducting, your commitment to the dispute, to your union and to each other. It's your efforts in the strikes and in delivering the mandates that have brought the offer at this time. I am so proud of what we achieved, but there is more to do. The campaign is not over. Whichever way the referendum goes, we will go on until we have dealt with all of the issues. If the proposals are rejected, we will continue our campaign under the current industrial action mandate and set down some further industrial action. If you vote yes to accept the proposal, you will receive the salary increases and back pay, the job security guarantee, and we will go into the discussion process in spring 24. So the matter is now with you, the members. So please use your vote and play your part in making the decision. Thank you again, and take care.